Hello, my name is Robert and in today's video I'm going to teach you how to get your first client. I don't care, I don't know who you are, I don't know if you're doing visiting, if you're doing copywriting, if you're doing sales, I don't know what you're doing, I don't care. I'm going to teach you and you're going to learn how to get your first client. You have to trust me because I was once a video editor. I started as a video editor and I didn't know what the frick to do. But I was waiting for a video like this, like how to get your first client, and nobody told me the truth and the reality. So I'm going to tell you what you need to know in order to make sure that this is done. You get your first client, you start money flowing in. And why do you want to know this? Because each and everything you do, you need to get your clients. If you're running an agency, if you're doing community, anything you're doing, you need to have a client. Now, how do you get your first client? What is this thing that you have to get your first client? How? What do you have to know? The first and most important thing that you have to know, and it's going to hurt, that you are what I can't write, sorry. You are not capable. Yes. Sorry to tell you, but you are not capable. And why you are not capable? Because you don't get any clients. You don't have any clients. And that means that you are not capable. And why you're not capable? Because you don't have the skills to close a client. So what do you need to know in order to close a client? You need to have, and you have to improve on your already existing skills. I know that you're going to click off this video because you haven't heard of me, that you are running the wrong business model. No, the only reason why you don't have any clients right now is because you are not capable, because you don't have the skills. Sorry, that is the reality. That was me as well. I just waited like, how do I get my first client? Like, what do I need to do? Okay, now that you know that you are not capable, let me teach you what you have to do. It's easy. It's a game's number, or a numbers game, how you like to call it. It's either way. It means that why you don't have the skills in order to close someone, you have to do a ton of repetition. You have to put in the reps in order to make it work. Maybe you have to send out 1,000 DMs, or maybe you have to do 1,000 cold calls or 1,000 sales, like how is that called, sales calls, until you get your first client. And why? Because you don't have the skills. And how do you get the skills? By putting in the repetition. So this is what you're trying to focus on right now. You're going to go and do everything in order to make sure that you get your first client. And it's just taking a ton of action. And there is a really good metaphorical way of telling you why are you, or why don't you have your first client. It's because you don't deserve it. And why? Because you didn't have enough pain. Until you put yourself through enough pain of not having a client and not doing the action, taking the action, and not getting the client, you are not going to get the client. It's not going to be like a snap, like a secret DM closing way or secret DM script. No, it's not that. It's about you didn't put in enough pain. Because why would God or the universe or whatever you want to call it give you a client if you didn't put yourself through pain and hell in order to get your first client? Literally, I did every day thousands, not thousands, but a ton of cold DMs in order to get my first client. And when I got it, I was working with the team for 1 week and then I was off. That's all. I literally started crying, like I just started making money and I got off. That was the worst thing in my life ever that I experienced. So, now that you understand, what do you need to do is create that singular act which is going to take and get your client. Maybe it's called DM. Or I don't really recommend doing this, but do that. Maybe it's email, sending emails every day. Or maybe it's cold calls. Whatever it is, you have to define it. I have to make cold calls every day in order to get my first client. How much? I don't know, but you need to do it every day until you get it. It's a numbers game. It's all about the numbers. It's more repetition, the more likely you are going to get your first client. This is literally the game. This is it. This is how you get your first client. It doesn't matter what is your offer. It doesn't matter what is your funnel. Nothing matters. The only thing that matters is how much repetition and pain are you putting yourself through in order to get your first client. That's all. If you don't understand this, there is no reason for you to trying to get a client, because you are going to change every week your offer, and you will not understand why you're not getting a client. It's easy because you don't put yourself through pain. You're trying and coping every way you can in order to not do the hard work, but until you don't put yourself through a lot of pain, you're not going to make any money. That's it, literally. You'd have to understand this. It's all about putting yourself that pain, and you will get it. And why? Because when you are putting yourself through pain, you're going to learn and you're going to develop your skills, and when you're developing your skills, you're getting better, and the God or the universe sees that you're in pain, and when you're asking for that one client, you're going to get it, because you have put yourself through a ton of pain, and you're going to learn from a ton of pain. That's it, literally. That's how I did it, and that's how everyone did it. It's all about repetition, pain, repetition, pain, repetition, pain. I have literally videos like almost crying on my phone, and I'm telling how bad it is that I don't have any clients. It's so bad, because I didn't do what needs to be done. I was crying over my phone and stuff like this, instead of doing the hard stuff which will take me to that point where I get my first client. It's that easy. You need pain, and you need, and time. Nothing else matters to your first client. Nothing else. So see you later.